Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for mid-September 2023. We're just going to do a Celtic Cross here. In your present position, you have the Judgment card. So this could say that you're waking up here to something new. It's funny to have the Hierophant as your crossing energy. The crossing energy here can be what hurts you or helps you. But with the Judgment card there, it could say that you're waking up to new ideas, or you could just be waking up to different ways of doing things in life or new ideas for your life just in general. And the Hierophant is the old beliefs. So the Hierophant can represent like your traditional belief system, like how you grew up, or how you were raised, or who told you how things should be done in life. And so a lot of you, it's like you could be waking up to new ways of doing things with the Judgment card, and it's like you're wanting to change your life. And I do feel this is going to be a very clear victory for you, is getting out of the box right here. This is a pretty simple reading, as always. You have the most simple readings out of every single person that I read for. It's crazy. So why? I don't know. It's been this way forever with me. And, but again, I feel this is some sort of belief system that you have to break out of. It's very clear. Like, look, going this way, you go up to the Four of Pentacles. The interesting thing is that the Four of Pentacles is showing up in your future feelings. It's not bad. The Four of Pentacles is, can be a card of stability, or it can say that you're feeling stable, or you're feeling like you have financial stability. But it's also not very exciting. He's just like, things are still the same. If we go this way, this is much more abundant. This is much more of a victory. You have two cards of victories here. So I almost would encourage you to follow your heart, your head at this time. This is the area of your thoughts. This is your foundation right here, but you have the Ace of Cups, which is like your heart. And I would never, I believe we're in a heart-based time. I think we should follow our heart. But, and again, I'm not telling you not to follow your heart here. That's not what I'm saying. But I think that there are some like logical resources that you could be using, let's put it that way, that will lead to much more success in your life. It could lead to an ending as well with that Ten of Swords. I don't feel bad about the Ten of Swords. Personally, I don't hate the Ten of Swords. To me, that guy is dead, and whatever that situation is, dead, done, over with. But also the Ten of Swords is a blessing in disguise. So really, if you're letting go of something, it would be a blessing in disguise. But, I also feel that you have some mental resources that are going to lead to, or could lead to, a lot of success for you. And I feel the trick for you is to set yourself apart. It's very clear. I mean, again, the Hierophant crossing the Judgment card is literally represents needing to think outside the box. You have the Chariot here. The Chariot is leaving this city behind him and he is literally doing that to set himself apart. So, I think the answer for you is to not be afraid to be different, to not be afraid to go against established belief as well with the Hierophant. The Hierophant is like established belief or current dogma, right? There are certain rules that exist with everything that we do. Great example, YouTube. The rule on YouTube is that your video should be like 16 to 20 minutes long, right? That's why everybody does 16 to 20 minute videos. There are people who break all those rules. There's a person I can think of who has like 2-hour long videos where they're just sitting here talking, and they have millions and millions of views and millions of subscribers. So there's always a person that will exist that can break the current rules. And again, I'm talking about YouTube here, but it doesn't matter what you do in your life. Like whatever you do in your life, it's like what rules, or what current rules, like I said, the current dogma, what everybody believes, what things can you break free from, and how can you use your mental resources to do it? Pretty powerful stuff here, Sagittarius. I have to say, like, you could be setting yourself apart here to become a leader. Literally, the Six of Wands says you're right. Six of Wands is major confirmation here. He has gone to war. He has gone and done something, and now he's being celebrated coming back. It's like literally saying that you will be celebrated in the future for the decisions that you're making right now. In the area of your foundation, you have the Ace of Cups here. So again, listening to your heart, you are following your heart, which is a good thing. I still think it's good, even though I do feel that the reading is kind of like encouraging a little bit more. It's like the reading is encouraging a little bit more mental resources or something like that, like I said. So definitely something I would pay attention to with the Ace of Cups, but I feel like your emotions are overflowing. I feel like there's a lot of happiness coming for you, a lot of joy coming in for you as well. I also feel you need to focus on things that make you feel this way. So if there are certain, activities or things that you do in your life Those are the things that I would be doing because, again, they're going to lead to more fulfillment. You have the King of Cups in your past position. The King of Cups is in a very emotional time. Again, I do feel maybe over the summer, maybe you were being guided by your emotions or just feeling more emotional. I don't see this as good or bad. I just think it is. I think it's one of those things where maybe you had to learn or you had to process some emotions over that time for whatever reason. And again, I don't think it's good or bad. I think it's just something that you did, right? Next, in your very near future, you have the Chariot. Definitely a big victory coming in for you here. The Chariot says where there's a will, there's a way. I feel like you really want something, Sagittarius. For most of you, for whatever reason, I feel it's business. I feel like I've been saying this to you for a while, that there's a victory that you really want. There's something you really want, like in work or business. It could be a certain title. It could be a level of success or freedom. Especially if you have a business, you could be very focused on, wanting to do something full time. That's literally what I'm hearing in my head. So some of you, it's like maybe you're wishing to do something full time, like a side hustle or something like that. And, I feel like you are going to have that victory. Part of me is also feeling that this is saying be different. Like, don't be afraid. He is, again, setting himself apart. It's like he can't be successful in that city behind him because there's just too many people there. So he's setting himself apart. He's being unique because everybody is the same there. So he's going somewhere new. He's exploring. He's looking for a place where he can be successful. So again, don't be afraid to experiment, try new things. Again, I believe we're in a time of experimentation, so I would be trying new things. Literally over the next few months, you have the Six of Wands. So being right, people are going to see you as being right and successful. People are going to be celebrating your victories. I also feel you're going to feel very supported over the next few months as well. You can see that he's on this white horse, and white horses in the tarot represent like assistance or being helped or being guided. So I really feel that you are being helped or being guided at this time and love it. I feel that there could be spiritual guidance. There's some sort of victory as well coming in for you, feeling victorious, feeling very successful and all that other stuff. So I really like where this is going. I feel there's a lot of future success, but mostly, again, if you're challenging, I feel this reading is simple. I do feel it is encouraging you to challenge an existing belief, or, again, if there are certain things that you're saying to yourself, if you're saying to yourself, this should work because X, Y, and Z, right? That's probably exactly why it's not working. Like, trust me, as a person, I can tell you, I've started multiple businesses that have failed, and I currently have successful businesses, but many that have failed, and many times I would say to myself, this should work because of whatever, but really, I wasn't looking deeper into why it wasn't working, right? And so I feel that. And I also don't feel like you're wrong, especially for those of you here that have like a side hustle or do something on the side. It's like, yeah, maybe it should be more successful, but it's like you're getting there. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, this is all relationships, not just love. You have the Hermit. Obviously, if you want love, I feel you have to get out and open up. The Hermit literally just says you have to open up. Also, again, as far as socializing is concerned, I would open up. This is a very closed off card, and it can suggest that you need to socialize more, you need to get out there more and have new experiences. So, that's what I would do there. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Four of Pentacles, safe and secure. I feel okay about this. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of the Four of Pentacles, but what I would say is that I feel okay, but that's also not great. I don't think we should just want to be okay, right? I think we should want to be extraordinary and excellent and great because we can mostly. That's why. I feel it's okay, though. You're creating stability. I feel like you're finding stability. Notice how he has that city behind him. So, again, I would encourage you to challenge some sort of belief. I always tell people, like, tarot, you're not watching tarot to tell you how your life is. Like, plenty of people accuse me of being too positive. I'm like, no, I just give people options. That's the whole point of tarot, is it's like you don't have to experience this. You're watching this now so you can avoid this. So you can take advantage of the energy, which is all tarot is, just energy. That is an opportunity for you to take advantage of. And so what I would say is, if I were you, I would challenge some sort of existing belief you have about whatever it is that you want to accomplish. So whatever you want to accomplish right now, some of you maybe want to move this way. Maybe some of you want love. Or again, I feel for a lot of you, this is regarding your finances. And this reading is saying there's a clear victory here. But I feel you have to think outside the box with the Hierophant, or you have to challenge an existing belief. It's almost like your success is going to be in the face of what everybody believes to be true. Like I gave you the example of that YouTuber, right? It's like his success is kind of spits in the face in a good way. I don't mean that in a bad way, obviously, because it's a good thing. He's very successful, and he provides a lot of value, right? But it kind of spits in the face of the current wisdom, and to me, that's what's going on here. That's the best way I could describe your reading. It's like something that you're doing, it almost spits in the face of current wisdom, but in a good way. It challenges, a belief. You have the Ten of Swords, and again, I feel this could be a blessing in disguise. He's making the same symbol right here that the Hierophant is making, the symbol of the blessing. So like literally, I feel it is time for you to kill a sacred cow. There's the whole belief of killing sacred cows, which means, again, challenging existing dogma. That's what killing sacred cows basically is. So I feel for a lot of you, very simple reading. All your success is going to come from, putting to rest something that everybody believes to be true. Could be about you, could be about a business or relationships or whatever. And it's like you're really challenging the traditional, kind of traditional beliefs with that Hierophant. With the Hierophant and the Judgment card, by the way, I'm using the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. You have this Revenge card. This can represent revenge. I would be careful of past people coming back with that Judgment card for revenge. So maybe you want to be careful, right, with that energy. But again, I kind of feel more of a motivated energy here almost, especially with that Chariot. Chariot is very motivated. And I feel that this is more saying like you want to prove people wrong. And, as long as you're doing this in a healthy way, I don't think there's anything wrong with like wanting to prove people wrong. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have this Discovery card. Yep, definitely discovering new ways of doing things. This is literally Mercury in Sagittarius. It's funny that it's Mercury in Sagittarius and it's showing up in the area of your thoughts, right? I was getting something about this, maybe leaning a little bit more towards the logical side of things at this time, or using your brain more or something like that. I was getting, again, like I said, I believe we're in a heart-based time, so I would never suggest people don't follow their heart right now, and that's not what I'm saying. I really, if anything, right, on the Four of Pentacles, his head and his heart here are in alignment. So I always tell people, my favorite person of all time, Greg Braden, he says, when your head and your heart become one, you move mountains. So, again, if you want to move mountains at this time, I feel like you do need to get your head and your heart into alignment. But I also feel that maybe it's your head, the logical side of things, that kind of needs to be, moved over your heart. I don't know, whatever. With the Ace of Cups, you have this organization card. Everybody's been getting these cards of organization. There's a bunch of cards in this deck, and there's like organization, practicality. There's a bunch that kind of represent the same thing. And so I feel for a lot of you, it's just time to get organized, and maybe to organize your thoughts or how your heart is feeling about the current direction of your life. And the Chariot is about taking control. So some of you may be being guided here to really take control. You could definitely be moving on from something, or moving or traveling towards something. This could be literally traveling, but it could also be more figurative. Like you could be going on an adventure in your mind. You could be learning new things, so there you go. With the King of Cups, you have this Flattery card. You're getting to the nitty gritty right here of certain things, right? I feel that especially in love, I feel like flattery isn't going to do much for you. I feel like you're looking for deeper connections. It's like you're looking for deeper information with people. I feel like you're looking for more than just flattery as well. So it's like that's what you're moving past. I feel like you're very focused at this time as well, is kind of what I'm getting on that Flattery card. With the Chariot, you have I can't even get a card. Let's see here if something wants to come out. You have the Fortune card. I feel like you are moving towards great fortunes. I always say to you, like, don't give up, right? I'm pretty sure it's you that I say this to, like, every single reading. And I get that feeling where it's like you are, it's almost like you feel like you're running out of ideas. I would say, especially for those of you that have a career or business. And, I feel when you get to the last little bits, that's where the true success is, and I feel like that's where you're at. It's like you're like, okay, I've tried everything, but really you haven't. I feel you have an idea that exists outside of the current norm, right? It's like something isn't normal about you, Sagittarius. You have an idea or a plan for your life that maybe breaks tradition, but again, I feel like that's where the fortune is. That's clearly where the change is, the success is, all these things. With the Six of Wands, you have this Endurance card. Yeah, you just haven't given up. And, I really feel you are like the little engine that could. It's like you're not giving up at this time. I feel you do have a lot of endurance. I mean, the Chariot is literally a card of momentum. But to have momentum, we just have to not give up, right? So I feel for a lot of you that you're building up a lot more endurance, a lot more speed at this time, and it's like you're not giving up on something, and people are going to admire you for this. I really feel people are going to see the change that you've gone through in the future. Again, this is coming up over the next few months, that Six of Wands. And again, I really feel it's important that you don't give up. I feel that whatever you're working towards, you need to keep putting the energy into, for sure. With the Hermit, you have the Riches card. Are you kidding? Like I said, there's a lot of abundance coming in for you, a lot of success as well. So don't be afraid to challenge traditional belief. Like I said, that's where all your success is going to come from. I also feel if this is coming up in the area of your closest relationships. So there could be like abundance coming in for you in the form of relationships. It doesn't just have to be love. This could be personal relationships, friendships, things like that. So it looks like to me right here that you could be finding new friends. It's almost like the sun and the star right here as well. So there could just be a lot of attention on you in general. I do believe we're in a time of attention, so I pretty much encourage everyone to get as much attention as they possibly can in whatever area that you want. Like if you want love, go on dates. If you want more money, ask your boss for a raise, or do things to get positive attention at work so that you can get a raise, stuff like that. With the Four of Pentacles, you have this Decisions card. Every single person, I think, has had this card for whatever reason. It is interesting. This card is Mars in Gemini. We had that Mars retrograde in Gemini at the beginning of the year. Retrograded at the year before, but, again, it came into this year. And we do have these retrogrades going on. We have a bunch of retrogrades still going on, right? And we're still in the shadow of Venus. We'll be in the shadow, the middle of the month, we'll be in the shadow of Mercury still as well, even though they will be direct. And we have these eclipses coming up as well. So there could be a lot of like faded things happening. Leo King always calls eclipses the fate train or whatever, right? So I feel like there are a lot of like faded situations or connections coming in at this time or something like that. And, we could be just noticing a lot of things from like the end of last year, like I said, or the beginning of this year. You could be revisiting things or having choices to make based off of those things, right? And I don't know. It's come up for everyone, so it could just be that time of year, right? Plain and simple. With the Ten of Swords, you have this Achievements card. Definitely a big achievement coming in for you for sure. I feel really good about this. You have a lot of cards of achievement and success. Chariot, Six of Wands, so definitely some big achievements coming in for you. And again, the Ten of Swords, letting go of something, or again, challenging kind of like traditional belief or the way things have always been done. That's where your success is going to come from. Very simple reading going on here. So we're pulling 5 main themes. Here you go. You have this egg card. There's like a golden egg on this card. It says success assured with good plans and hard work. Yes. Stick to your plans, stick to your guns, keep doing what you're doing, because I really think you're kind of like onto something. You've been onto something for a few weeks here. Maybe this is something you've been working on for a lot longer. For most of you, I feel this is work, business, career, something like that. For others, it could be some other area of your life, like whatever you want. I always say apply it to your situation, general reading, take it how it resonates. But I feel like you're sitting on a golden egg. If you want love, you have this heart card that says love, deep affection, and caring. We don't really see necessarily love coming up here, although, it could be a Capricorn. You have Capricorn like a bunch of times in this reading. You have Mercury in Capricorn. You have Saturn in Capricorn. You also had, what else did I see? You have the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Sun in Capricorn at the end. So, again, could be attracting a Capricorn or someone with Capricorn in their chart. But I do feel like there is love coming in for you. I feel like this love will be coming in by you going out in public. You have the Hermit. So, I feel like you have to get out of the house to meet this person, or you're going to have to open up to this person. I kind of get the feeling that some of you could have your eye on someone, but it's like they don't even know. So, I would open up. You literally have this eye card here. It says psychic ability on it. It says, what does it say? Psychic ability, trust your intuition. But I literally feel that you could be like trying to send, I'm not calling anyone out here, Sagittarius, but it's almost like I feel that you are, like trying to telepathically get someone to understand that you're interested in them, and that probably isn't going to work. So I don't think you're dealing with a mind reader here. So, there you go. I feel it's a very intuitive time for you, so I would definitely trust your intuition. You have this turkey card. It says someone is behaving stupidly. I would be very careful of any toxic people. You even have this. I'm going to pull another card because I feel like these two are connected. It says wish will not be granted. I would be careful of just people like that, have bad attitudes and stuff. I'm getting weird stuff here. Like if you have unlucky people in your life as well, I avoid people who have bad luck like the plague, right? Because that rubs off. And so anyone in my life that I've ever met who has bad luck, I always avoid those people like crazy. And I never allow them into my life, right? So like those walking disasters, I'm sure you've all met someone who's like a walking disaster. I would be very careful of that. You have this dogs card. It says getting together with friends. I mean, we talked about this. I definitely feel it would be an amazing time for you to open up to friends, family, people you care about. You have this fair woman card. It says dealings with relationships with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. I always clarify these cards. The people cards, you have this pin card. It says new job, new career. Yes, definitely. This could be you right here. It could also be a person that helps you get a new job or a new career, if you're hoping for that. But really, this is like a big victory. And again, a major, it's like you're challenging an existing belief. And that's exactly where this achievement comes from or whatever. I don't know. Love it. Looks very good. I feel whatever it is, it's good. It might not be easy because you're like challenging a belief, something that everybody believes. But, if that's for you, a lot of success. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.